Hello, everyone. This is Elliott Serrano and Jose Melendez coming to you from Dreamline Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Once again, thanks for joining us here on the Comic Culture Warrior YouTube channel, where Jose and I talk about all things comics. And yet again, our last series of videos stimulated a lot of discussion, which I think is really good. Brought out some of the bad that's out there, which I wasn't pleased with. But you know what? We live in America, so you just got to deal with the douchebags that come in from time to time. But let's talk a little bit about the reaction we had to our reviews of the Superman and Green Lantern books. I've already stated on the boards, I was surprised at how the viewers reacted to them. When you consider that those are probably some of the tamest reviews we've ever done.
Yeah.
They're really tame, considering how much how hard we can be on some other creators. But this was really...
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Just because, well, I knew when we did the segment that I'm like, I think this is going to probably, like, you know, start some stuff just a little bit. Because we've typically been really good to DC. But, and it wasn't...
Not always, mind you.
Not always.
Yeah.
But typically, you know, there's... And those are, and some people have pointed out in the comments, that those are the best stories going on in DC right now. But, yeah, it was, people were on the fence. It's like, you know, when we hate something, we'll tell you that it's a fucking piece of shit and that it fucking sucks and you shouldn't fucking read it, you know?
I don't think we ever said that. Yeah, we didn't do that.
The problems that I had with, and part of it, too, comes from, like, 90% of me talking on here is a fan, but then there's a little part of me that creeps in the retailer side of me, and those books, and we were talking about like how if you read it, you don't really know what's going on. It's just to try to get new readers in, as from a retailer's point of view, they're not very reader friendly. And it was just we were talking about that we just didn't like the directions that the books are going in. The creative teams, except for a couple of the Superman books, some of the fill-in stuff, are fine. But we just weren't happy with the way that things are going, and you know we didn't really tear it apart, and people were just really offended about it.
Yeah, really.
Which is cool, which is fine, but I just didn't think it was like, man, it's like I guess we really
wow. No, we hit a nerve. I think it was we hit a nerve because we have picked on other DC books before, never got the response that we did. And again, I say this in total honesty. I respect that. In fact, I thought it was kind of fun. I thought, wow, we're really getting some discussions going here. And I've had, you know, some folks were they took a couple shots, and which is fine. And Johnny Horror, dude, I respect you. He said he was putting his foot down.
Yeah. He's
putting his foot down on this one.
Well, which is fine, because the commenters who type stuff on the videos usually start conversation, like they either agree with us, and then someone might disagree with one of the commenters, and then that starts. But everyone just disagreed with us, and I kind of like that because I mean, right off the bat, like that started. The conversation going, where normally people would just be like, you know, yeah, we totally agree with you, and they nitpick from here or there, but everyone would just disagree with us, which is fine. But now I know what to do to push your guys' buttons. I guess.
True. But I will say though, it was probably. One of the most stimulating things, and again, I give kudos to our viewers that you guys, you know, you disagreed with us, you took a couple mild shots at us. I mean, I don't even, and then one douchebag totally crossed the line, which we dealt with right away. But you guys, and. Black Phoenix and Locus Mortis and Mason T. Gaines. Mason, always the voice of reason. Always the voice of reason said that as much as you disagree with us, that you still you knew that you don't always have to agree. You can disagree and disagree civilly. And I give you guys out there props for recognizing that. And that's why we do this now. This is why we do it. We look forward to this interaction here and getting all this, and yeah, now we know what button to push. until Green Lantern and Superman actually do start sucking,
really
and everyone
hard.
agrees, and
Right.
then it'll just be we'll all join in and
then that's
rag on
actually
it.
when I'm going to turn around and be like, these are the best books on the market. When it really starts like nobody likes them anymore, just to rile them up again.
Just to rile them up. So anyway, so that's where it was, and we just wanted to address that right off the bat. This is truly, we want this to be a conversation between us and to the douchebag that's out there who obviously was not a regular, just decided to come in and comment. We have that every once in a while. We'll have like a Bendis fanatic come in and take a shot saying, "Oh, you just hate Bendis and you don't say anything nice about him." And if you're a Bendis lover and you listen to us ripping on him, you obviously haven't heard me defend him in the past and battle Jose on this, and you just hate DC. You love Marvel. You obviously haven't heard him praising DC and defending them against me. So before you start making accusations, watch the videos, listen. Again, opinions are great, but don't start throwing crap out there when you obviously haven't been listening to what we've been saying. So that's all I have to say about that. So let's end the segment on that. Thank you guys. Thanks for being here for us. And that's all I can say. The worst thing in the world that could have happened, nobody commented at all. Nobody cared. And obviously people do. So we appreciate that. You guys make us. We'll see you in the next segment.